This is Local 3 News Today.
We have new details on a Chattanooga man who went missing over a month ago. And the reward for information related to a case of animal cruelty has now gone up. Once again, we will have those details with you just ahead. First, we want to say good Friday morning. We're glad you're waking up with us. I'm Caroline Corrigan. We're going to check in on your weekend forecasts with meteorologist Alison Pryor. Alison, I got to say, I walked outside this morning. I turned around and I walked right back inside. It is cold outside.
It is. So that cold front is passing over our area as we speak, and you can really kind of see the line of where it's at based off of where the precipitation is too. So pretty much on this back side of the rain where the green is, that's where we have that cold front. So it has now passed over Chattanooga, pretty much passed over Cleveland and the Dalton area as well. So temperatures are going to start falling. Our official highs for the day today have already happened. They're going to drop over the next few hours, and then we'll just rise up by a couple of degrees for the afternoon before really falling down. So a couple things to talk about for the radar though. So certainly we're seeing those rain showers for our eastern communities. If you pick out I-75, it's pretty much everywhere just to the east of I-75, and we'll still have this rain ongoing for the next few hours. Now there's very little moisture on the backside of the system, but we have much colder air that is now dropped in from Marion County all the way up through Bledsoe County. So you're noticing along some of these ridge lines that pink on there, that just means a slight chance that there's a little bit of freezing drizzle coming down as the air temperatures now are colder. The good news is road temperatures are above freezing in those locations, but there may be a light little glaze of ice on some elevated surfaces. So just take it slow this morning and be careful and watch out for that. For most of our communities, when we're looking at Cherokee County, Tennessee, and Northeast Alabama, the flood watches have been allowed to expire. The flood watch is still active right now in Georgia until 1 p.m. Eastern time. Most of this rain is going to be out of here by about 9 to 10 a.m. So I do think that we'll probably end up expiring this a little bit early, but just another heads up, we certainly have wet roads this morning everywhere across the area in that lime green color. Nothing showing up in the dark green indicated we don't have any kind of flooded spots, but still standing water on roads, that's going to be enough for any kind of hydroplaning issues. So even if it's not actively raining anymore in your location, just take it slow this morning. We'll talk a little bit more about the temperatures and what to expect throughout the day today, coming up in about 10 more minutes.
All right, Allison, thank you. Well, turning to our other news this morning, the Alabama Coroner's Office has confirmed the body found last week in Jackson County is that of a missing Chattanooga man. Nick Calgary's driver's license was found on the body last week. He was last seen on New Year's Day. Now, his disappearance is still a mystery. His family has searched for answers. They say Calgary had been diagnosed with epilepsy and started acting differently on a new medication. His family was desperate for information, even offering a $10,000 reward. A cause of death has yet to be determined. We will continue to update you with information once we learn more. A Tennessee Highway Patrol trooper was struck and killed by a semi-truck in Loudoun County yesterday. It's about an hour and a half northeast of Chattanooga. Now, yesterday morning at about 8 o'clock, K-9 Sergeant Chris Jenkins was responding to a report of debris on the roadway on I-75 near the Tennessee River Bridge. As he was removing the debris, he was hit by a semi-truck. He succumbed to his injuries a short time later. THP is currently investigating this incident. We will update you as more details become available. School administrators say several students were arrested Tuesday after an altercation at Cleveland City High School. Cleveland police say the fight happened in the commons area of the school building. Right now, they are not sure how the fight started, but they tell us the students involved could either be suspended or expelled, depending on what police find. We'll continue to keep you updated as we learn more. A fire at a homeless camp in downtown Chattanooga Wednesday night has left a woman with serious burns. The fire happened on Middle Street. Police say the woman was burned in a tent that was up near the Riverwalk. She was taken to a local restroom at the River Park where responding firefighters took her to the hospital. They say she suffered burns to 15% of her body. She is now at a burn center. The cause of what started the fire is still unknown. We're learning more about Wednesday's car crash on Gadd Road near the intersection of Austin Road. Police say one person died after the accident. The driver and a passenger were taken to the hospital for injuries. We're told that's where the passenger passed away. Chattanooga police are asking anyone with information about this incident to call that number right there on your screen. It's 423-698-2525. The reward has been raised once again in a case of animal cruelty. Now it's at $4,500. McCamey Animal Center is asking for your help for information after this dog was found with electrical tape around her mouth and a rope around her neck. Anyone with information is urged to call McCamey Animal Center at the number right there on your screen. It's 423-305-6500. It's 5:05. We're going to head on over to meteorologist Alison Pryor for a look at your forecast. Alison, we've been dealing with this rain for a couple of days now. A lot of people are looking forward to this weekend. The big question is, will it clear up?
It sure will, Caroline. So the rain is going to end across our area, particularly for our far eastern communities, so Fannin County, Cherokee County, by about 9 a.m. Maybe I'll give you a window till about 10 a.m. So between about 9 and 10 a.m., all that rain is out of here, and you will get sunshine for the weekend. But first, we have to deal with the clouds today and those falling temperatures as well. So if you're in Chattanooga, Cleveland, Athens, even to the Dalton area now, and back to the west, temperatures have been falling because that cold front has already passed your location. Official highs for the day already happened around the midnight time. What you're going to notice is certainly still that warmer air for our eastern communities. That's where we also have that those rain showers still ongoing. High temperatures right now in the mid 50s. If you've been watching for the past 30 minutes or so, Murphy, we started off at 58, so it has begun to drop a little bit at Murphy down to 56. But notice Altamont already below freezing at 30 degrees. Let's kind of go through the rest of the morning then of what to expect. So by about 9:45 in the morning, I think we're still going to have our temperatures dropping until about 10 a.m. So kind of aligning with when those rain showers are going to be ending. You'll notice a lot of the area at that point will be in the 30s, low 40s to the east, but in the 20s to the northwest. Then we're going to have our temperatures go up just a little bit for the middle of the day. 42 in Chattanooga in the afternoon, still some spots in the 30s, 42 in Murphy, 43 in Dalton. And then for this evening, that's when it's really going to cool off. So it's going to be a cool Friday night to be out and about, and then a very frigid start to the day on Saturday. The past couple of weekends, we've had really cold mornings, and we're getting it again for this weekend. So 7 a.m. Saturday morning, lots of 20s on the boards, but even in the 18 degrees for Altamont. Caroline?
All right, Allison, thank you. Well, coming up on Local 3 News today, we'll hear from a local doctor on COVID milestones here in Hamilton County. Hamilton County health officials are acknowledging a number of COVID milestones this week. They have given 200,000 vaccines and administered 140,000 PCR tests. The current 7-day average for cases per 100,000 people is 221. That's the highest it's been here in the county.
Omicron has had yet its own flavor, so to speak. So the magnitude of the number of cases we've seen of Omicron is just, it's hard to even wrap your head around.
Dr. Hyde at Erlanger Health System says the severity of illness that comes with Omicron is less than Delta. The health department operates a COVID hotline, which serves as a resource to answer some of your questions that you may have about the virus. You can call that number at 423-209-8383. According to new research, the risk of stroke among older adults diagnosed with COVID-19 is highest within the first 3 days of diagnosis. CDC researchers analyzed data from over 37,000 people who were diagnosed with COVID and hospitalized for a stroke. Now, they found the first 3 days to be the biggest risk, but after the risk quickly declined. They said the risk was higher for adults ages 65 to 74. The U.S. Army is discharging soldiers who refuse to get vaccinated against COVID-19. The directive went into effect Wednesday and applies to the regular Army, the Army National Guard, and members of the U.S. Army Reserve. Now, those approved on medical, administrative, or religious grounds are exempt from this mandate. Roughly 97% of all Army soldiers have gotten at least one vaccine shot. More than 3,300 have refused. Unvaccinated people are 97% more likely to die of COVID-19 than those who are fully vaccinated and boosted. That's according to new information from the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention. Now, the CDC director presented data Wednesday at a White House COVID-19 response meeting. They said that also 54% of people hospitalized for COVID over the age of 65 were unvaccinated. That's despite data showing just 12% of Americans in that age group are unvaccinated. Coming up on Local 3 News today, after some wet weather the past couple of days, could we see a dry weather for the weekend? Alison will have your weekend forecast after the break. While some people across the country are dealing with snow and ice, others are experiencing Mother Nature in different ways. At least 4 people were hurt in a confirmed tornado in Alabama Thursday afternoon. The tornado left a trail of damage across northern Hale County. Serious damage could be seen at some homes, tattered roof, a tree on top of a house, and a roof leaning at a precarious angle. Now, here in the Tennessee Valley, we didn't experience anything like but we are experiencing some of the rain that some people in Alabama experienced last night as well. Alison, as far as this weekend, there's a lot of events going on. A lot of people are wondering if this rain will let up.
It absolutely will. So if we can get through just the next few hours, it's going to be dry for the rest of the day today, dry on Saturday and on Sunday. And you're going to get sunshine for the weekend too. We'll still be kind of stuck in the clouds for the day today. So this is all part of the one singular system. So tornadoes in Alabama, freezing conditions in Texas, ice storm from Arkansas to Tennessee. We see all of the snow and the turquoise continuing up into New England all the way to Maine. This pretty much the whole entire time we've been in what we call the warm sector. So it's just been a rainfall event. You can still see that with those rain showers ongoing across our area. Now the cold front is right about here. So on the back side of that rain, and that's where our temperatures are beginning to fall. So look at this comparison, 63 in Atlanta, 42 in Chattanooga, and then 29 in Nashville. So big spread from Atlanta to Nashville. Nashville, Middle Tennessee, they've certainly been colder already for the past 24 hours. We're kind of stuck in the middle as that front is passing, and then obviously still much warmer further to the south of us in Georgia. Here locally, we're seeing that division as well. So 30 degrees in Altamont, 32 in Bledsoe County. Notice the mid 50s off to the east. So again, front right about there. 41 in Cleveland, 42 in Chattanooga. We had the winds from the west at 9 miles per hour as we go through the day today, really shifting out of the north as that much colder air filters in. So what I'm going to show you next is a look at what I'm going to call our kind of daytime high temperatures. The one caveat is because we have the 56 and the 57 in Blue Ridge right now, I'm putting that on there. Pretty much for our far eastern communities, temperatures are just going to fall for the rest of the day. Everywhere else, the official high already happened midnight, 1, 2 a.m. And what we're going to be dealing with is temperatures falling for the next few hours, barely climbing back up for a few degrees. This is kind of your early afternoon highs, 43 in Chattanooga, 45 in Dalton, 31 in Altamont, before it gets really cooled going into the evening hours, and then of course overnight. So overnight lows across the area. So this is what you're going to wake up to Saturday morning in the 20s, low to mid 20s for most spots, but up into the teens. So Marion County, Bledsoe County, Van Buren County, Sequatchie, Grundy, even a few of those mountaintops in Jackson County in the teens, as everywhere else starts in the 20s. So now keep in mind, with these very cold temperatures, any residual water on the ground may freeze over tonight. So do be careful for a few slick spots tomorrow morning. And then tomorrow's high temperatures, generally upper 30s to low 40s across the area. But look at that icon. You are going to get a lot of sunshine. Today, the sunshine is not really going to be in store for us. A lot of clouds. We're still seeing those showers again for our far eastern communities. Very little. I mean, there's not a whole lot of moisture, but maybe a little bit of freezing drizzle ongoing up along the plateau. The good news is most of that moisture is out of here before that colder air, so it's not going to be a big ice storm like they dealt with out in Memphis. And even notice that road temperatures are still above freezing at this point in time. That won't be the case as the day progresses. So still dealing with a few showers at about 7 a.m. By 9 a.m., most of that is all gone. 10 a.m. certainly don't have to worry about any more of that. Still cloudy during the day today. That wind coming down from the north, but notice this evening and overnight clouds really breaking up. That's going to lead to lots of sunshine on Saturday. Very cold to start with on Saturday morning, but at least you're going to get some sunny skies. Even Sunday morning is going to be really cold, but notice as we go through the day on Sunday, we start to get those red lines coming up from the south. So we will rebound by the time we get to Sunday afternoon with warmer temperatures. So here's a check then of your 7-day forecast. 43, again, that's kind of our midday high and then falling. 25 for your low Saturday morning, 41 for your high on Saturday. We start Sunday in the 20s again, but rebound to a high of 52 degrees. So a cool weekend, especially in the morning time, but you're going to get sunshine on both Saturday and Sunday.